Nations race to build alternatives to Elon Musk's Starlink. The dominance of SpaceX's Starlink satellite internet service is prompting a global scramble among militaries and governments to develop independent alternatives. While Starlink provides unparalleled connectivity for modern warfare, enabling real-time intelligence, drone control, and battlefield coordination, its reliance on a single, privately owned entity controlled by Elon Musk introduces unacceptable strategic risks. Nations are now prioritizing self-reliance in space-based communications, launching ambitious projects to avoid dependence on a potentially unreliable foreign service. The strategic imperative. Why sovereignty matters in space. Modern military operations are data-intensive. Unlike traditional radio communications, which are vulnerable to jamming, Starlink's satellite network offers robust, hard-to-disrupt connectivity. The affordability of ground receivers means even small units can access secure, high-bandwidth links. However, this dependence on a commercial provider, particularly one led by an unpredictable figure like Musk, is a growing concern. Recent events underscore this vulnerability. When Russia invaded Ukraine, Starlink was used by both sides. Musk ultimately restricted Russian access, reportedly hindering their coordination and giving Ukraine an advantage. No major power wants to be subject to such arbitrary control in a conflict. This incident accelerated the push for national alternatives. Global projects. From Europe to China, several nations are actively pursuing their own satellite constellations. European Union, IRIS-2, plans a network of around 300 satellites, but full operation isn't expected until 2030. China, Guoang and AMP, Tianfin, aims for a massive 13,000 satellite network, though current deployments remain limited. Russia, Esfera, facing delays in its planned constellation, lagging behind competitors. United Kingdom retains a stake in OneWeb and backs Open Cosmos, a startup funded partly by the CIA, highlighting the strategic importance of the technology. Germany, in talks to develop its own independent network. These projects are driven by a desire for sovereignty in critical infrastructure. As Anthony King at the University of Exeter notes, affluent superpowers will catch up given time. The Chinese will have one, and do have one of current lesser size, so they will have secure satellite digital communications in any future conflict. Cost and challenges. The race isn't just technical. Building a global satellite network is astronomically expensive. Not only is the initial launch costly, but continuous maintenance and satellite replacement are required. The UK, for example, lacks independent launch capabilities, meaning it would always rely on other nations to maintain its system. Barry Evans at the University of Surrey points out that Starlink benefits from heavy US government funding and its integration with SpaceX, enabling cheaper, faster launches. This gives SpaceX a significant advantage over competitors. Even Russia and China struggle to match Starlink's pace. The evolution of military communications. Historically, armies relied on radio, then moved to expensive proprietary satellite systems. Starlink democratizes access to space-based connectivity, offering greater capability at lower cost. Ian Muirhead, a military communications veteran, explains that the sheer number of Starlink satellites makes them harder to neutralize in a conflict. Because there are lots of them, they can't just destroy a satellite and call it done, they're always overhead. In conclusion, the world's major powers are recognizing the strategic danger of relying on a single commercial entity for vital military communications. The race to build independent satellite networks is underway, driven by the need for sovereignty, resilience, and control in an increasingly contested geopolitical landscape.